Hi everybody, good morning. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning. It's the 24th of July. If you know anything about records here in Nebraska, one of the hottest days on record recorded on July 24th, way back in 1936. In fact, our all-time record, I believe, was set on this date, at least in Grand Island and Hastings, 117 and GI 160 in Hastings. So very hot weather back on this date. Almost 90 years ago, 88 years ago. Thankfully not that hot, but we are going to see some heat building in today. Now, the other thing we've been dealing with the last several days, we've been dealing with it for several weeks now, but especially this last couple of days, you've noticed the smoky haze out there. That's something we are going to continue to see. Our smoke forecast shows the smoke sticking around. Now, one thing we may see more of today, and it doesn't show up as well in this particular graphic, is that most of it's been way up high in the upper levels of the atmosphere. We may see there, it's a little bit lower out west this morning, and we may actually see it translate eastward here today. So the smoke may thicken up a little bit and get a little bit lower, closer to the surface. You may actually smell it a little bit. So that's something we may have to deal with here today. But the next couple of days, I think the smokiness will for sure be sticking around. It may be sticking around a while, depending on how long it takes for those wildfires to go away up in Canada and the western United States. As for sunshine, though, we'll see plenty of sun other than the smoky haze. Maybe a couple of cumulus clouds around, especially in eastern Nebraska. Overnight tonight, pretty quiet weather out there. The weather really not very active these next several days. Now, one thing we've seen a lot of light winds the last couple of days. May get a little more of a breeze tomorrow, especially out west here. Southeast winds, maybe around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then stay a little breezy for Thursday night into Friday morning. The wind's actually picking up more on Friday. So a little more breeze as we head towards the end of the week and into the weekend, which may provide some relief from the heat. Otherwise, the weather looks pretty quiet. Upper 80s and low to mid 90s later on today, with some upper 90s and even some triple digits over western portions of Nebraska. Going into tonight then, we'll dip back into the 60s for the most part for overnight lows. A little more heat tomorrow, widespread 90s and some triple digits over northwest Nebraska. Upper 90s here around North Platte, Thedford, Ogallala, McCook, Imperial. So we're going to feel the heat tomorrow. Tomorrow night, mostly 60s for lows, maybe near 70 out towards Lincoln and Omaha. And then Friday, maybe a couple of degrees cooler. Still a lot of 90s out there for your Friday, but maybe not as much of the triple digit heat. In fact, not even as many of the upper 90s on Friday. But we're still going to stay above average over the next several days to come, 7 to 10 days at least. You see this here on our three-day forecast and then our 7-day forecast. Highs low to mid 90s for the most part. Lows coming up a little bit towards the end of the week and the upcoming weekend. A little breezier Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here. And I do have some slight chances of rain and thunderstorms both Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, and again Monday afternoon into Monday evening. We'll see how that plays out. Right now it doesn't look to be widespread heavy rainfall or anything really organized when it comes to severe weather, but there aren't many chances in our forecast, so I at least have to highlight those a little bit. Long range, the heat's looking to stick around for a while into early August. We'll see those temperatures remaining in the 90s. No truly scorching 100-degree heat here in the Tri-Cities, but plenty of toasty conditions to come over the next 7 to 10 days, and probably even beyond, as I'm going to show you in just a little bit. North Platte forecast, you see those temperatures a few degrees warmer than the Tri-Cities, mid to upper 90s. Hazy sunshine. We're likely to see breezy conditions Friday and Saturday. Now, the chance of rain is bumped up a day, so it's not Sunday and Monday like the Tri-Cities. It's Saturday afternoon and evening, and then Sunday afternoon and evening for the North Platte area. Maybe a little more heat there by Tuesday as we take a look at the 10-day forecast for the North Platte area. It looks like that heat could be quite toasty for the end of the month of July, maybe coming down a few degrees into early August. But as of right now, this heat's going to be sticking around a while. Let's take a look at the outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. This is for next week, starting on July 31st, going through August 6th, and we are right in the target zone for the most likely area of the country to be above average here. So it's going to be toasty. Most of the country is going to be above average other than southern Texas. But yeah, plenty of heat to come and also a lot of dry weather. Not a lot of moisture over the next 7 to 10 days here. In fact, let's look at the 10-day forecast here. And actually, that was the next 8 to 14 days. But anyway, we'll look out the next 9 or 10 days here. And again, there's not much. You get those chances there. There's Saturday out west, North Platte included. And then Sunday, most of us have a chance late Sunday to Sunday evening. And then Monday, kind of, especially central and eastern areas. Otherwise, the chances aren't great Nothing real organized down the road. GFS model, not a lot of major differences. Again, let's jump ahead to Saturday here. Saturday mainly in western Nebraska, and then Sunday, more of us have a chance there, late Sunday into Sunday evening, and then Monday it shifts more towards the eastern half of the area. Not great chances though, and we're just not going to see much after that for a while. Maybe later next week. We'll see how that goes though. Excuse me, I apologize for that. Looking at the temperature trends here, here's the European model here. And again, we will continue to see that heat build in overhead, and we're really going to be sticking around here. So nothing when it comes to relief. And some of the worst of it may actually come later next week. We'll see. Mid to later portions of next week. A lot of that may depend on how this right here goes. This little dip in the jet stream, this little surface or this upper level trough here may try to sneak southward and try to cool us off towards the first weekend of August. We'll see how that goes. That's the GFS, or that's the European model. Let's look at the GFS. And the GFS, I apologize, it's going to be a little slow here because it sometimes takes time for that model data to get ingested in here. But you can see plenty of heat to come this weekend, early next week. We'll see if the GFS tries to cool us down a little bit there. The worst of it may come around next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. Right there. So wrapping up July in a hot, hot way. And again, there's that kind of a cool down trying to come Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But right there you see the jet stream dipping down. We're on the edge of it though, so we'll maybe cool down a little bit, but it doesn't look like any major relief from the heat as we move towards the first weekend of August. And it looks like even beyond that, some forecast models are actually getting a little worse towards around that first full week of August, starting on the 4th and continuing beyond that. So it could be hot for quite a while the way things look right now. Well, I want to thank you all for watching on this Wednesday morning. I will see you all again on Thursday with all the latest in your forecast. Until then, take care. Enjoy your Wednesday. God bless. Bye.